Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thicccboy Schaub.
What is up, fam? Welcome Monday morning. It is a rainy Monday morning, January 9th here in Calabasas, California. What is happening, Pete? Everybody good? Everyone doing all right? Kids back to school? A lot of y'all driving right now while you're listening to this, taking kids back to school, back from the winter break. Winter break for parents, holidays for parents is a nightmare. Your kid is just stuck with you 24/7, huh? It's a beast, a few weeks. So congrats to all the parents out there getting the kids back to school. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Vegas. I'm fresh off the plane from Vegas, Nevada, where I was at the Wise Guys. Vegas was a booming. Vegas had a lot going on, man. They had freaking, oh, dude, don't get me started. Don't even get me started on Tiger Thick. We didn't have Tiger Thick at the shows because the delays, like with all the weather back east, and we ship out of either DC or Atlanta, it got stuck. So we didn't have Tiger Thick in Vegas. We'll have it in Tampa. That's an easy one. That's close. Drove me nuts. The bottles three cases got delivered today. Thank you, FedEx. I'm not there. But a lot was going on in Vegas. You had the CES convention, the big tech convention. I'm sure it's all about that Chat GP or whatever it is, Chat GP.
Yep.
And then you also had the AVN Awards, Porno Awards.
Nice.
Yep. Ran into my boy Adam 22 at the airport. Him and his girl, Mrs. Plug. They won the award for best podcast in porno. I told him, I said, is there much competition? Is it a big kind of market? He's like, no. But yeah, they did it, man.
That's them, huh?
Yeah, I met his girl too. Very pretty. Very pretty. As you know. Yeah, they call her the Plug.
Oh, there it is.
There's with the award. Look at him. Handsome bastard. Him and his girl doing the damn thing. Yeah, he's the man. I love Adam. And his girl's super nice. They're rushing home. They're on the first flight out from Vegas Sunday morning like I was, because getting back to the kiddos. They have a little daughter. So yeah, it goes. Got to get back. Vegas is great, man. Went to my favorite restaurant, Fuku Burger. Shout out to Fuku Burger. I'll post some pics. There's my son eating a burger, a little thick right there. Little thick doing the damn thing. Yeah, Vegas was great, man. Vegas was dope. Tell you what, when there's CES and AVNs, it is so packed out there, man. I think they said like 275,000 people come in. Nuts. All around. Ran to our boy the Schmo. That's us right there. The Schmo came to a show, and yeah, I love the Schmo. He's one of the best dudes in the sport, man. One of the few good guys in the sport, to say the least. He's just a solid dude. You guys didn't recognize him without the whole getup, huh?
No, dude.
Dude, so he goes, me and his girl,
Helen Yee.
Who I love.
Cool.
She's getting ready for the Olympics swim team, so she's like swamped with that. So he goes, hey man, Yee gets back today. We're gonna come to your show tonight. I'm like, cool. He's like, coming at 7:30. I'm like, all right, cool. Comes to the show. I'm like, make sure you come to the green room. So I bring him to the green room, and he's dressed, not as the Schmo, but I've seen him before. I love the dude. And then we get done. He's like, man, I have my whole get up in my car. You want to do an interview? I'm like, between shows. I was like, yeah, might as well. Let's do it. He puts on the thing, and he just 0 to 100. Talented dude. I mean, my brother's watching. He's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I saw the interview. It was good.
Yeah, he's
great. Super fun, yeah.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's a really good dude. He's fun to talk about. He's fun to talk. There's just 2023 for MMA has been tough, man. It's been the worst stretch I think I've ever seen in our sport for so many reasons. And it's fun to get with a guy who's been in the business to talk to him about it. Talking about YouTube, talking about all sorts of stuff. And he's at all the events. And we were talking, and he had a good point. He's like, hey, man, I don't know if you've noticed. He's like, MMA content in general is kind of like trending low. I'm like, yeah, it's, it goes through depending, 'tis the season. If there's a big paper or something like that, if you have big gas, it depends on that stuff. And he's like, I have to go to all the events too, man. He's like the weigh-ins. He's like, there's barely anybody there now. He goes, he's like, the UFC's not gonna say it, but there's a reason why they do so much at the Apex. He's like, because they can control it. There's no crowd there, no ticket sales. He's like, but a lot of these venues aren't sold out anymore. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, go all around. Interesting, I do think the bubble has burst as far as MMA goes in America. Unless we get like a Bo Nickel or they get another Conor McGregor going here. But currently right now where we're at, where you have, the Conor's retiring, Nate Diaz retired. Conor's not retired, but he's kind of doing his thing, fighting once every 4 years or whatever. You don't have like this huge draw right now in America. Khabib's gone. He was big here, but Khabib was giant internationally. You just get, it's just, we're going through this weird transition right now, but
Khabib even mentioned it too, because that's one of the current events. He's leaving coaching and everything just to spend time with his family. But Khabib mentioned like the MMA, in his opinion, is starting to drop. So yeah,
we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into. I have a theory on that. Yeah, it's interesting. But shout out to the Schmo, man. Does great content. Absolutely love the guy. Him and his girl, man. Just salt of the earth, man. Salt of the earth. I was listening to my show, The Ringer, with Helwani and Chuck Mendenhall and our British boy, and they started the show off like, oh, Brendan says he listens. Go ahead and chime into the live chat. I never do the live chat. I don't know how to do it. Sorry, guys. The English guy was like, yeah, I think he really thinks I'm a fan. I was like, oh, man. It was a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes I'm not that involved in social media where I don't realize what's a joke and what's not. So when he goes, I'm a Brendan Schaub supporter, like, you'd have to make a better joke, dude. Yeah, that's the Ringer show right there.
Oh, Pizza Carol?
Pizza Carol, yeah. He said he was joking. Said he was joking.
Right on.
Boy, Ariel's having a field day with Dana stuff, right?
He's like, he took the high road on that. So he the way he described it was really, really
I didn't hear it. Do you think you took the high road?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely pointed out some stuff, but for the most part, he could have went hard, like hardcore on Dana. Like one of the things I think you would understand too, that you would feel, is when Dana said like, when Ariel was crying about the whole
making fun of him with Jim Norton, making fun for crying and saying, and it was saying, "What would your kids
think?" Yeah, and I'm like, dude, anyone who has kids would be like, "What the fuck?"
I have no issue with Dana going at him. Like me and Dana don't have the beef that Dana and Ariel have. Like Ariel's in that business; he's a journalist, right? Like I'm more of an entertainer, so I'm not a journalist, so I don't need credentials. I'm not trying to work at ESPN. I'm not trying to, work on UFC Now or the Fight Pass. Ariel at the time, he was with Fox, he was with ESPN. Well, when Dana's also at the same network, he's going to have a lot of control and say of what you can and can't do. And Dana really made his life tough, man. So there's Dana absolutely, like, if Dana's hateless, I would, the guy who tried to blackmail him for the sex video is probably 1A, Ariel's 1B. I would assume I'm probably 4th or 5th. And that's an ego thing. I bet I'm not even 4th or 5th. I bet I'm more like 9 and 10 on that list. But I have no resentment towards Ariel or Dana in any facet. But when I see Ariel bringing it up, yeah. What'd you think was going to happen, Dana? And Ariel has a big voice. He's like, yo, what do you think was going to happen, man? You made that kid's life miserable. He missed out on he's brought this to light. Missed out on opportunities, money. Like, you mess with a guy's career, man. He has kids, and that's the way he feeds his family. Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. And you want to mess up like this? What do you think he was going to do? My thing is on it, I'm more, I don't know how to explain it. I'm more just baffled that's not a bigger story. It's mind-blowing to me. I don't want him to lose his job or get fired, but there should be some repercussions to hitting your wife. And my other thing to that is, if you do that in a public place, why Dana's at a Senior Frogs, I have no clue. I don't know what it was, like basically a Senior Frogs, but if you're able to, any drug you're on, I don't care. If you're able to do that in public around friends and family, you think that's the first time it's happened? Come on. Yeah. If you can do that in public, come on, man. There's no way that's the first time. So there's obviously some issues they need to figure out. I don't give a shit how long you've known her. I don't give a shit she hit you first. It's just It's just not the way we work as society. So I think I'm just more blown away that the ESPN will do coverage of a soccer coach who kicked his wife 30 years ago when he was 18 and, whatever, kicked her in the leg. And that was the narrative on top of the Hamlin story. And then Dana's the face of the biggest fight organization in the world and under your umbrella, and there's not a mention of it. I was just like, oh, wow. And ESPN's, pretty far left. Let's take a little break from me chatting your ear off about the fisticuffs. Tampa, I will see you January 20th and 21st. Tampa Bay Improv, baby. Come get your tickets right now at fatkz.com or thiccboy.com. After that, I'm in Springfield, Missouri. That is February 3rd through the 5th. So make sure you get your tickets for Springfield, Missouri. Naples, February 16th through the 18th. Bakersfield's one night only, February 23rd. So get your tickets. But Tampa, you're up. That is next weekend, next Friday, Saturday, only in Tampa Bay. Tickets at thiccboy.com or fatkz.com. This episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. That's right, BetterHelp. And we got you guys covered with all your mental health needs. When you're at your best, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down. You may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. When you're not putting your best foot forward. Well, working with a therapist can help you get closer to be that best version. All right? Because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. Life throws you curveballs. 2023 is throwing a bunch of curveballs your way. Let's knock those out of the park and turn this bad boy around. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime you want for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/Schaub, S-C-H-A-B, today and get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/Schaub. Now let's get back to the program. Psych! Not getting back to the program. One more, kids. The NFL playoff picture is locked in, and my go-to place for wildcard action is DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. To kick off the road to Super Bowl 57, new customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all new and existing customers can get a no-sweat bet each day of the wild card round this freaking weekend. Just place any NFL bet on your choice, and if it loses, you'll get a free bet back up to $10. Action so good, why bet NFL playoffs anywhere else? We got you covered, man. The Buffalo Bills got a little something extra on their side. It'd be tough to bet against the Bills, even if they're facing the Fins. I like the Bills all day. I like my freaking Chargers over the Dolphins. Get it done. Make some bank with DraftKings. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code SHAUB, S-C-H-A-U-B show. New customers can bet $5 on any NFL wildcard game and get $200 in free bets instantly only at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code SHAUB. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Now let's really get back to the program. To me, they lose credibility. It's like, all right, because this guy's on your team in whatever facet, you won't highlight that? Well, that's not journalism. You guys should report everything. And with Stephen A. Smith, he's like, I just want to first say, Dana's a friend. I'm like, oh, so if you have a relationship with him, no matter what they do, it's all good. There's nothing worse than hitting a woman. I mean, that's murder. Outside that, to me, I don't know anybody who does that. So I guess I'm just more shocked and more baffled that it hasn't got picked up more. Now, Dana was fortunate that the Hamlin news is just all the news cycle, and he is on a sports network, but still, for whatever 12 hours of the day that they do reporting, you can do a few stories on it, So I think the scary thing for people out there is that's how powerful Dana is. Not even Fox mentioned it. His former employer, Fox. WME, who is essentially his boss. Now, remember, the difference is, there will be some bigwigs like Vince McMahon, WWE, right? His whole, allegations as far as paying women all these millions of dollars, and he slept with all these women, pay him under the table, be silent. That's come to light, and he had to step down. but they're a public traded company. They have shareholders. So he had to step down. The only person higher than Dana is Ariel Emanuel at WME. They own the UFC, right? So it'd have to come from them. Silence. In this current climate, silence. It's just weird. And I'm not a big fan of the cancel culture and all that shit. But for WME, who's fired people for way less and decided to and especially CA, same people that I'm with, they decided not to work with people based off just accusations with no evidence, and we have a video. I shouldn't be surprised. And again, I don't want him to lose his job, but there should be some repercussions. I just can't believe that he's this powerful. I knew he was powerful. I just had no clue. You're like, whoa, that's insane.
The TMZ thing is like what really opened my eyes to how powerful he is.
Well, think about it. The story happened over the weekend, right over New Year's. They held on it until they knew it was coming out. Then he came out on TMZ to apologize before you saw it. Mm-hmm. And they decided to do it right around this big news cycle.
And they were super nice to him and gave him so many options.
Softballs.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now think if you're a guy like Ariel Helwani and he has control of your career and he's that powerful with Mickey Mouse, Disney, Fox, TMZ. Imagine the shit that he did to Ariel Helwani.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of understand with Ariel, his hate. I'm like, it's not my thing, but get him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him.
He could have went way harder, but he didn't, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. My thing with Ariel, get him. You're the one guy to do it. Like these other, outlets doing it, whatever. Luke does because he's an actual journalist, right? And he doesn't work like that. Luke's, good luck compromising Luke Thomas, man. He's a savage. He's one of the best to do it. So he'll, because he's a journalist and because it's the right thing to do, he'll bring some light to it. But with Ariel, it's like, get him, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at with it. It's like, Dana shitted on him and made fun of him and, made his life miserable for how many years? And then you have this I think the worst fuck up we've seen in so long. Yep. Hey, get him. I don't want to be part of it. I'm not going to dogpile on it and just talk about Dana week after week. But because it's not, I have no control over it. I have no control. I don't have nowhere near the power Dana has. It just doesn't make sense for me to keep, alluding to it and commenting on it and stuff like that. But yeah, get him. Fucking get him, dude. If he's going to treat you like that, it's not even an anger thing. It's just like, all right, you want to treat me like that? Now it's my turn. And now you have a reason to. I don't, if you're a female fighter in the UFC, the males will get to, but if you're a female fighter in the UFC, you got to feel a certain way.
Yeah. And
they're scared to speak out. And I've had a few, and me and Schmo were talking about this. I have a few reach out to me. It was like, we wish we could say something, but it would affect our career. How insane is that? When you're employed, the boss of your company beats up his wife on video, and you can't say anything because you're worried it's going to affect your career. It's 2023 in America, and we're just all okay with it. I think the other thing that's scary to me is how toxic some of the MMA fan base is. I don't think there's a more toxic fan base in the world. It's, the newest sport started on the internet, so obviously you're going to get internet trolls, but just so toxic. The narrative of she hit him first is insane to me. I was like, oh, wow, that's actually the troll, like, toxic defense is she hit him first. I'm like, holy shit. And people are, yeah, you're right, man. I'm like, whoa, this is nuts. I'm out. Oof. Just shows you what type of animal you're dealing with, man. To me, it's eye-opening. I knew how bad it was. It's eye-opening, but it's also just scary. That's how powerful that dude is. Mafia shit, dude.
Yeah.
Scary.
Seems like it.
Scary.
As far as the hitting first too, I'm like, I feel like she's not cool either to hit him, but he cannot hit her.
No, hitting across the board is never okay.
Yeah.
Right? But
so she messed up, but he should not have hit her at all.
No, I mean,
just walk away.
Yeah, that'd be like being okay if I pushed my son down and kicked him and slapped him in the face. That's the difference between me and my son and Dana and his wife. Yeah. And also remember, Dana, he's not, what is he, 50-something years old? He's not like a weathered old 50-year-old. He's on
Jacked.
whatever the Liver King's on.
Yeah.
Dana's on the same shit. Hate to tell you. He's on, name a steroid. Go. You think Connor's going to melt a cup if he pisses in it? You know what? That cup would grow 7 times the size. You know?
Yeah.
It's nuts. So it's like, for him to hit his wife, it's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing.
In public, like you said. That's the most mind-blowing part. That means who knows what the fuck goes on.
Shows you how untouchable he feels.
Yeah.
Somebody else would be like, oh, even if you did it in private, somebody else who would realize that they couldn't get away with anything would be like, oh, there's no way. Not here. When we get back to the hotel, girl, in public, and just be like, it's okay. Hey, TMZ, let me go and, what? Scary, dude. I don't know how you vouch for the guy. Now, I can distinguish between bad dude outside the octagon and great promoter. I don't think the UFC is nowhere near where they would be if Dana White wasn't the face of it. I think he's done great things, and I've always said that. He's been the guy to carry the torch and brought the UFC to, remarkable places. And I don't think it gets done without his skills and talent. Doesn't mean I want to hang out with the guy. Sure as hell don't want to be married to him, So I can distinguish between the two. Also, what do you guys think was going on? He's a fight promoter. He's a fight promoter. Don King killed a guy. Don King curb stomped and killed a guy and did like 6 years in prison. Can you believe he stole money from Mike Tyson? Yeah. He killed a guy. They're promoters. They're in the fight business, dude. You're dealing with some shady freaking characters, dude. Of course they do this shit. It's just what it is. When I saw the Dana video, I wasn't shocked that he hits his wife. I was shocked that he did in public. What's that tell you? Sorry. It's scary. What are you going to do? What do you think they do, Chin? I think he's in the clear.
It's so far.
The guys I'm talking to, I think he's in clear. I think if the uproar didn't come within the first 4 days, the way the news cycle works, you're kind of in the clear. And this is what kind of hurts my feelings, is this shows you that the UFC is not as big as we thought. If this was NFL, NBA, MLB, and they were going to eat, let's say they wanted to protect the guy, say it was Mark Cuban or like a LeBron James, like a real big face in the NBA, even if the NBA and every player supported them, the amount of pressure the public would put on them and the advertisers, it would not matter. They would have to get rid of them. With the UFC, it's like, have you heard anything from any of the advertisers? Look at the biggest advertisers. Have you heard anything? Has anyone said anything? Nothing. ESPN, nothing. It just shows you it shows you how toxic the MMA fan base is, that there's not this big uprise. That there's not like, how can you do this? Nothing. Because with companies now, the way corporations work and advertisers, they base off social media. The news cycle based off social media. Whatever's trending, they're going to do stories on it because they know it's going to get clicks. So if they're going, oh, let's see how this goes. Like, there's actually not that much stuff going on. All right. And it just, to me, it's like, oh, the UFC is nowhere near as big as we thought. Nowhere near. In any other facet. Like if this happened in, the X Games, like motocross or like skateboarding, shit. They're just not that big. UFC's not that big. Soccer, biggest sport in the world, this dude kicked his wife in the leg when he was 18. It makes the news. No evidence, nothing. She said, he said. We have video from 2 weeks ago of this dude beating the shit out of his wife. And all the advertisers are like, ooh, let's see what happens. Nothing.
And the craziest thing, it's a current event as well, but the whole slap fight league that they've been promoting for the last, month or two? A lot, right? The fact that it was supposed to come out last week, basically, or no, not, it was supposed to come out this Wednesday. the fact that people thought, oh, for sure they're going to put a kibosh to that. It's not going to happen anymore.
They
just postponed it.
How crazy is that?
It's
hey,
like
Rachel, this is TBS.
I know, which is so insane.
I'm impressed. It's like, hold on. We have video of domestic violence against your wife. You're slapping her. You have a slap fight professional league, and it just gets postponed a week. TBS, mainstream cable TV.
Yeah,
it's crazy, huh?
It is insane.
Here's a question. Let's say, I don't know, the uprise did come eventually and the people get a hold of it. Because remember, Dana's boys with Trump. Super boys with Trump. Trump supporter, refused vaccines, lockdowns. He's that far-right guy. He's a far-right guy, right? I can't believe the left hasn't got a hold of this. And just went bananas on it. That's how powerful he is. Even the left was like, but you're going to fuck with Elon Musk and Trump, like all these powerful people. But Dana, where you draw the line? Holy shit. I might go missing after this podcast. Isn't that nuts?
It's insane. Yeah.
Nuts. Cool.
Never seen something like this before. And then even fucking Jamie Foxx and DL Hughley, did you see their tweet?
No.
I guess DL Hughley said if it was Antonio Brown or someone else, blah, blah, would this be lost in the news cycle? I have it here somewhere. Well,
a lot of people are, I don't think it's a black-white thing, but I do see how people are saying, oh, look, super successful, uber successful, alpha white male gets caught being his wife, nothing happens. If Antonio Brown or insert any black man did this, it's, they get annihilated. I get it there, but I think even if Dana was black in this situation, as powerful as he is, nothing would happen. So DL Hughley put, if Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, or Antonio Brown did what Dana White did, the media wouldn't stop talking about it. What can Brown do for you? Be white.
I mean, he's a comedian too. He's a comedian too, so he's like,
yeah, comedians, some of the smartest people have the best takes in the world, though. Those are facts. Those are facts.
Yeah. And then Fox wrote fucking preach. He said fucking preach.
Interesting.
But I mean, it's true. It did get lost in the news cycle. Such a powerful dude.
Not even lost. It'd be one thing if ESPN, Fox, Stephen A. Smith, all of them brought it to light. And we're like, we cannot stand for this. There has to be some sort of discipline taken with Dana White. I know he's a friend, but it should never be acceptable to hit your wife. Then I'd be like, oh man, it got lost. No, there's no lost.
It just wasn't there.
Not covered.
Yeah.
Lost, you'd have to find it first. That's what's even more crazy. And a slap fight? If that had been, brother, it had been nonstop coverage, dredging up a playground fight from third grade, scouring old tweets, you name it. Dana White's entire life is immersed in brutal physical violence. He amassed a fortune from it. Where are the salacious headlines? Where's the pressure? Oh, he apologized? Hashtag white privilege. Score, first round knockout yet again. Yeah, he has points.
But yeah, so I'm with you. It's not only the black and white thing, it's how much power, exactly. How much connections he has.
It's a successful thing. Yeah. It's fascinating. I mean, I can't remember last time MMA's had so many black guys. Can't be helping the sport right now. And, the trend's not going upward right now. Between that, Phil Baroni shit.
Yep.
The Phil Baroni stuff. You have Angelique's sister passed away.
Dude, that's such fucking heartbreaking, man.
Heartbreak. It's just a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
And you guys still want to be mean to each other.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop
it's nuts to me. Nuts. What do you got, Jen? Let's take a little break, kids. Tampa. I will see you next Friday, Saturday. Tampa Improv. Your boy is in Florida. I'm going to visit my friend Tom Brady. Tampa, Florida, January 20th and 21st. And then Springfield, Missouri is February 3rd through the 4th. Naples, February 16th through the 18th. And one night only in Bakersfield, California, February 23rd. This episode of The Schaub Show is also brought to you by Onnit. All right? They're going to help you get that New Year's resolution cracking. With Onnit's New Year, All You, a hub for everything you need to start the year right throughout January. Get 20% off select supplements and nutrition, 10% off select fitness, 50% off digital items like streaming fitness. They have it all. That means Alpha Brain, the number one nootropic on the planet to support your focus. They got you, man. Total Human to help you healthy workouts, transform your body, and so much more. For training you can do at home. You don't have to go to the gym anymore. Join the New Year All You On It 6 Challenge, a 6-week workout and lifestyle program with over 36 buckaroos and prize money up for grabs. The challenge helps you connect with others in the On It community so you can support each other and achieve your goals. You'll be part of a team. It's fun. Try it out. For more information to unlock your savings, go to onnit.com/Schaub. All right, that's onnit, onnit.com/Schaub, SCHAUB, and you're getting all that savings. 20% off select supplements and nutrition, 10% off select fitness items, 50% off digital items. That also means Alpha Brain got you covered. Save 10% off that as well. Onnit.com/Schaub. Last read of the show, kids. We got to keep the lights on. I got to pay this staff. I also got to keep my hot meals for the kiddos. This episode of the Schaub Show is also brought to you by Happy Hippo, the best freaking kratom on planet Earth. Kratom, you gotta trust a company because kratom is the Wild West. You can trust my friends at Happy Hippo. There's a reason I reach out to them because I love kratom. Chin swears by kratom. And I can't get enough of Happy Hippo. I use the kratom energy shot. I use the kratom extract shot. It's kind of a highly concentrated kratom in liquid form. One little shot and your boy is dropping knowledge like frickin' Jeff Bezos, dude. I love this stuff. If you want to try it out, you go to happyhippo.com. Promo code is Thicccboy. You save 20% off everything on the site. It's my limitless pill. I swear by it. There's a lot of kratoms out there, but you can trust my friends at Happy Hippo. All right. And you get free shipping. If you get to a certain amount of money, I think you get free 2-day shipping if it's under $100. You get free next day shipping if it's over $200. But you save 20% off for life by using the code Thicccboy. All right. So that's happyhippo.com. Promo code Thicccboy for 20% off for the best kratom to ever exist. Happy Hippo. You're welcome. Now let's get back to the program.
All right. So over the weekend, Gervonta Davis, he actually got to be able to fight. He had some issues earlier on, domestic violence.
His thing's interesting because did you look into it? So he posted about
there wasn't that much details when I saw
his girl like took actual human feces and put his toothbrush and all this other shit on it, and then she was never hit. She just called the cops and said, according to him, like it was all fake.
Which, by the way, sometimes people hate when I say this, but sometimes girls will do that stuff. I'm not saying she did for a fact, but I'm saying that is an option. That's
especially when it comes to him because there's already a messy track record. So when you hear it, you're like, oh, come on, Gervonta, how can you do this? And he's like, hold up, So he goes in there. Hector Garcia's no punk. I think he's 25-0, 23 knockouts. Like tough fucking character. Landed some shots on Gervonta Davis, but Gervonta, he was fine him, because Lewis gets hit, and you can't play that game with Gervonta Davis. Here's my thing with this too: is you saw the narrative on social media like fight was stopped early, can't believe you didn't answer the bell. Have you learned nothing after what we see with Hamlin deal with? After you see with Stephan Bonner, who I think suffered from CT and obviously a drug addiction. These guys, with Hamlin, damn near passed away on the field from sports. Was his corner not right throwing the towel? Can you live to fight another? When is that not going to be not a manly move? When is that going to be the smart choice? He clearly, he goes back out there, he's getting lit up, dude.
He said he couldn't even see in one eye, too. So
when is society like after seeing what happened with Hamlin? There's all this support there, and then with Bonner, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe we lost him. And then this dude, he's getting lit up by the most powerful puncher not named Deontay Wilder, and everyone's like, man, what the hell? You're like, what? I'm good with it, dude. When are you guys gonna fucking learn? What's it gonna take?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
It's a sport. It's not a fight to the death. It's a sport.
And then Gervonta Davis called out Ryan Garcia.
So they're scheduled to fight in April.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Oof. That's a fight.
Yeah.
Tough fight for Ryan.
All right, I think this is probably the biggest news over the last couple of weeks. Jake Paul.
I say Dana's bigger, but yes, it's big.
That's true. So yeah, but Jake Paul,
it depends what news outlet you are.
People are actually covering this one. So Jake Paul signing with PFL to do actual MMA, like a multi-year, multi-fight deal, MMA and boxing, I think.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this. It's smart by Jake. Think about Jake. When all this stuff went down, Jake Paul and his brother Logan Paul, they're the first to kind of cross over from those YouTuber influencers into the boxing world. It started with Logan Paul and KSI, but KSI called out Logan Paul and Jake Paul in a video, right? And Jake back then wanted MMA.
Mm-hmm. He said that was his first passion.
Yeah, he has a wrestling background. Yeah, he's done more wrestling than he has boxing, so he wanted to do it back then. He's fighting for fighters' pay. He says the fighters will get 50% of the revenue, which is unheard of. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a business model that you can sustain, but God willing, hopefully they get it done. I think what Jake is doing, we haven't seen this, is I don't think we've ever seen a guy go from being so hated to so beloved. Like even MMA fans like, Jesus Christ, okay, this is cool. I think it's funny too. People are like, you think he's really gonna fight MMA? Jake's different than these other guys who are flaky. Name one thing Jake has said that he hasn't actually shown up for and done. Of course he didn't do MMA. You think he'd sign with PFL just to pussyfoot around and just do boxing? No.
Super ballsy, man. He's so ballsy.
With MMA, I'm curious what he's gonna do. I think what I would do if I was him is get the Nate Diaz fight, box Nate first and beat him. And then MMA is going to be tough for him against Nate Diaz. Mm-hmm. So then if you can beat Nate in boxing, then you beat him in MMA, that trilogy fight, you make a shit ton of money off of both of you, and you can decide boxing or MMA. Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting. But you can't toss him like a legit Bellator guy, or a PFL guy. PFL making big moves.
That's a huge move, dude. Jake Paul. So this is Sean O'Malley giving his take on this whole thing. When you're talking about him fighting some guys that are just strikers, Sean O'Malley says like he should probably not even concentrate on jiu-jitsu. Just focus on the takedown defense, and striking. Yeah.
Here's my other thing though. These UFC guys who are defending Dana, hey, stop. Hey, you're not going to get like a bonus because you did that, right? There's no upside to that. Like Dustin Poirier coming out being like, I don't agree with it. A man should never hit a woman. That's what a stand-up champion does, dude. That's what you do. For all these fighters being like, well, she did him first. Like, hey, stop. Dana's not going to come to the rescue and give you a $50,000 bonus because you stuck up for him. I've never understood that. This co-signing of Dana White when he does something terrible or something you don't agree with, that you shouldn't agree with, because you want to be a company man, you giant pussies. What are you doing? There's no way to vouch for this. The fighters who are doing it, hey, dumbass, this doesn't mean you're getting an extra 6-fight contract because you co-signed your boss hitting a woman. It's insane to me, dude. And there was the news on there like Sugar Sean sticks up for Dana. He was joking. Because I saw him like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, that was his...
But I feel bad for Dana. His wife slapped him. That's rude. And deserves slapping back. I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't know. Treat people how you want to be treated.
But he went on to say like he would never hit her. He never hit his own girl.
He said within joking, it's tough, man. I don't understand how these guys are co-signing this.
Yeah.
Sober, would he have ever done that? No. Really, Sean? How would he know him?
That's true.
You ever hung out at his house? You don't hit a woman in public for the first time ever in your life. I don't give a fuck how drunk you are.
Have you ever been hit by a girl in public?
Never in public. In private, I've been hit.
Okay, that's funny. But I remember being in like a brawl, and then this girl just straight up smacked me. And of course, I can't do shit with her.
No.
So I just saw her friend. I started going off on her friend.
Yeah, you gotta pick and choose, man.
Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah. Anyways, that's one of the takes on this, Sean O'Malley. And then, let's go back to the Jake Paul stuff. So, Ben Askren, I guess he still has, a contract with the UFC, but he's open to doing the PFL match with Jake Paul, which I think would be pretty interesting, right? No?
No. I mean, that'd be a nightmare for Jake. He's one of the best wrestlers we've ever seen. Just mollywops you. Also, if you're Jake Paul's team, you're sitting around, let's say today, you're sitting around with your marketing team who are clearly geniuses and nobody does a better promo in fighting. You're sitting around and they go, what about the Ben Askren fight? If I was part of the team, I'd raise my hand and go, pros and cons. Cons. We kind of put up a fight, but we're probably going to lose, right? And we starched them. You know? We starched them. We can't get better than that. So there's only downside to this fight with him against Ben. Ben ain't just a wrestler. You know? He's the wrestler. The worst matchup for you possible. Give him another striker. Don't give him a guy who doesn't strike, who just wants to grapple. It's a nightmare for Jake. There's no upside to it. And I love Ben. I hope he gets a fight and gets paid, but he would absolutely mollywop him in MMA. The wrestling is insane. People, it's a shame. Again, that's our sport. People don't realize how good Ben Askren was at fucking mixed martial arts. Bonafide Hall of Famer. Yeah. What was he? One championship world champion.
And Bellator
world champion. He was like 20 and something to know. Comes to UFC with a bad hip and he's over the hill and people are like, oh, Ben wasn't that good. It's like, oh my God. You guys have no clue what you're talking about.
He destroyed Douglas Lima, who everyone thinks is one of the best in the world, and Andre Koreshkov.
Yes.
Who's a fucking crazy badass. So yeah.
And how do you think Jake would do against Douglas Lima and Koreshkov?
Yeah. So
not well.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So it's there's no upside for him. Those like fighting Woodley in MMA or you know, fighting Anderson Silva in MMA, that you've already beat them in boxing, go and put that feather in your cap. Let's get something new. We need something new out of it. There's no upside.
Pettis did say he would want to fight Jake Paul. Striker, mostly, right? So
striker, as we know, Pettis is fucking Damian Maia on the ground compared to Jake Paul. Yeah. I've rolled with Pettis. Pettis is a savage on the ground. It would be a nightmare for him.
What if it was pure boxing in PFL?
Pure boxing, Anthony Pettis and Jake Paul. God, Anthony Pettis is so undersized. Pettis is savage though. But Pettis, since he came PFL, hasn't, you know.
Yeah, hasn't been.
If I'm Pettis, I don't know why you do that. Yeah, if I'm Pettis, I only take that fight if grappling and jiu-jitsu is involved. Pettis would submit him.
Going back to this real quick. So we literally just talked about Victoria Lee like 2 shows ago, how badass their family is.
Yeah. Well, remember Angela Lee was on Food Truck and she was talking about her sister.
Yeah.
And she was saying how she's more talented than me. She has charisma. You need to have her on Food Truck because she loves to talk. She's really good at it. She's going to break every record there is. It is so tragic. I can't fathom what that family's dealing with.
You know, apparently it happened December 26th, was like a day after Christmas, and they just announced it recently.
Gorgeous girl too. Gorgeous, talented, had they had the world by the freaking nuts, man. Horrible. Yeah, 2023 coming in hot, just dunking its nuts right in our
And even
mouth.
before that, dude, Rumble Johnson, Elias Theodoro, Stephan Bonner, like what the fuck?
Horrible.
All right. So we kind of talked about this already, but so Khabib is saying that he's going to, well, not Khabib. People are saying around him that he's not going to be coaching anymore, not doing anything with MMA in 2023 because he wants to focus his time with his family because he's not been there for, he's been doing a lot of coaching for the traveling everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere, yeah. Let's focus on his family.
Yep. And he said he's going to leave it forever, apparently.
Here's the thing about Khabib too. Remember, they're like, "Oh, I bet he comes back and fights," or "Oh, I bet he comes back and coaches." No. It's just straight man of his word, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no evidence to show that once he says something, he doesn't just stick by it, man. This dude does not play.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it for clicks. Doesn't give a fuck about your likes, retweets, repost. He doesn't give a shit. He's good. Mm-hmm. But you were saying that he was saying also that MMA is on the kind of decline.
Yeah. He said, in his opinion, it is on the decline.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that factored into it. I think the time away from his family factored into it, also being retired. And then also, I would be willing to bet he does not vibe with what Dana did.
Whoa.
I bet he's like, I'm out.
That's an interesting
thing. I bet he's like, I'm out. No comment. I'm fucking done with it. And then also, remember, his Eagle FC was paying guys in like crypto. Remember that whole crypto thing?
Yeah. Some people wanted crypto, so
yeah,
like Kevin Lee, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's all those factors into it. And that Dana stuff, he's like, all right, I'm out, man.
So there could be a possible tie to that. We talked about this already, but so Phil Baroni, he's being moved to a place that's considered like a notorious prison for a hardcore,
Mexican cartel?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Cerezo
Mexican prison.
He's facing up to 30 to 50 years for murder. And I guess his trial or his judge, he's going to meet the judge today on a Monday.
Yeah, and there's no trial. I guess
Yeah,
the
there's
evidence is so, he's like, no, you're 50 years.
And they found, I saw this picture here of his hands. And you could obviously, there's redness.
On the right hand.
Yeah.
I mean, even in that cartel prison, I think Phil's going to be okay.
As far as fighting them, yeah.
Yeah, but they really don't fight, do they? They gang up on him. Yeah, so I don't know.
But I'm saying, like, so according to the police, like Phil said that not just, that's fucked up. He pushed her and she fell down and hit her head or whatever. But then the police are saying like she had all the, you said
They say contusions all over her
bruises,
body. Yeah. It doesn't add up.
No.
Yeah,
And his hands are all red.
he's screwed. Dude. Yeah, it'd be manslaughter. Yeah. They're not gonna.
So they're gonna find out today, I guess, if it's gonna be
He's fucked,
straight
man.
up murder.
The other thing too, for those out there that are using the defense with Dana, that she hit him first. Okay, so are you using the same defense with Phil? What if she hit him first?
Nope.
Is that
Can't do
cool?
it.
Like, where do you guys draw the line? Let's say his girlfriend hit him first after she told him she cheated on him. Is that cool?
Just leave.
But she hit him first, guys. How stupid of an argument is that?
I know. All right, so this video came out of Ilia Topuria, who just beat Bryce Mitchell. And this is kind of it's a little weird because, so Ilia Topuria is with this really famous Spanish singer. And in some of the articles, they thought he was actually fighting the Spanish singer, but they're homies.
Oh.
Right? So I'll just play this video for you. I'm not sure if we can play this, but I'll play it for you.
Yeah, you play it for me, not on the video. So where's Topuria?
This is Spain somewhere. He's
Where's
playing the
Topuria?
game, the white shirt. Someone's pushing him, and then he just goes to town on him, right?
Like I was kind of asking for it, pushing him.
Yeah, but it's kind of like this is a random video out of nowhere. So I looked it up more, and I guess that guy that his Spanish singer friend, he made this other video before where he was in a fight to promote one of his music videos. So it seems like this could possibly be some sort of like thing where he's tied to this because the Spanish singer is with him somewhere in this video.
So you think it was like a marketing thing?
Potentially, I don't know, but it's hard to find any details about this stuff. But that's the Spanish singer. His name's Omar Montes.
Oh, shout out to Omar.
He has 1.4 mil followers, and you can see right here he's homies. He posted a video of Ilia.
Yeah, Topuria's a straight badass.
He is. Quick one, Dylan Dennis. You know he pulled out of his fight with KSI.
He's supposed to be on Food Truck this week.
Really? Is he or no?
I think we postponed it.
Okay, so
I know we have somebody else this week, but I know we postponed it.
okay, so apparently KSI's manager said that he pulled out because he was unprepared for the match, and then Dylan Dennis said something like it's fake news and he's gonna like tell the truth. Eventually, it's gonna shock everyone. As to why he had to pull out.
Yeah, I know. I think he actually texted me this morning. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who knows what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I don't think you realize how big KSI is.
In Europe, I think, right?
Yeah,
UK?
so in UK, in Europe, he's I mean, just the way he trends and the numbers, he's bigger than like Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Like, he's massive.
Yeah.
I had no idea. He sold out the O2 Arena easily.
And I
Massive.
saw the boxing match. He's not bad.
No.
He actually beat Logan Paul. And Logan Paul actually lasted with Floyd Mayweather as whatever.
Sure.
Whatever that is, yeah, but still.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What else you got?
A quick one, just a fight announcement. This is Casey O'Neill, who's killing it right now. She's going to fight
Yeah, she's a beast.
Jennifer Maia.
Good
for
fight.
UFC
Title
26.
eliminator.
Yeah.
I dig that.
And so there's rumors about, we heard this like a few weeks already, right? That Kamaru Usman's hands like
It's in a
messed up
cast.
still.
I've seen
Yeah.
pictures. People sent me pictures.
So Ali Abdelaziz is saying that enough of the rumors. Kamaru is fighting Leon next. He's good to go. And
It'd be March though, right? In London, is it February?
it's
or
March. I think it's
Yeah,
March.
in London. So I don't know if you have a cast down. I don't know. Here's the thing about Kamaru, though. Like, he's had bad knees forever and still figures it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it done. Another rumor was if Kamaru can't fight, then it's Masvidal, which I would watch because history there. Now,
Yeah.
Masvidal.
That'd be great, by the way.
There's some guys that they have a different set of rules where people are like, they haven't won a fight and I don't care. There's like the Nate Diaz's, Nick Diaz's, the Donald Cerrone's, the Masvidals, those old heads, the Robbie Lawlers, those old heads, Matt Browns, where when they get these big fights, they put them like main event and co-main event. I'm like, yeah, they've earned it.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, but they're jumping the queue. Yeah, they've earned it.
Yep.
I don't care with that stuff.
And they're always exciting.
Oh, and there's more of a history of Masvidal. There's a deeper, weird, like kind of antagonistic history between Masvidal and Leon Edwards, and there's with Kamaru Usman. I mean, granted, that head kick, one of the greatest knockouts ever, and then Kamaru beat him before years ago. 5-6 years before that via wrestling. So they're 1-1. Either way, it's a good story, but I have no issue with Leon Edwards and Masvidal.
If I were to pick the fight, I would prefer Masvidal, Leon.
Me too. I'd pay for it.
I would.
Because I don't think Leon Kamaru's a great fight.
Yeah. I mean, Kamaru was just dominating. Like crazy.
And then made a mistake, and that's why we love the sport. But the chance of that happening back to back.
But Masvidal,
I can feel Rogan in my head, but you don't know. Like, no, I know I like to make predictions, right? But you don't know. You can't say that. I know, but okay, dude. Well, then there wouldn't be a show if I just didn't,
Yeah. But I mean,
but
just
you don't know.
As a fan, Leon Masvidal, I love that storyline. It'd be awesome. Yeah.
So entertaining.
Yeah.
I love Masvidal.
Hell yeah. So this is I saw this interview with Brett Okamoto and Bryce Mitchell, and
He's saying he's retiring, right?
No. He's saying like when you're weight cutting, you're essentially dying, right? You're basically
stripping
dying.
your body of nutrients. Yeah.
So he thinks, which I don't think is ever going to happen, but he thinks to be completely fair, people should weigh in right before you fight, like literally minutes before you fight. You know when people are putting the Vaseline on your face and whatever?
Yeah.
Weigh in, because that's your true weight. You're not rehydrating. You're not doing anything else. It's your true rate.
Yeah, and you guys should be
True
paid
weight.
more. What else you want?
It's
never happening.
I know.
So what did he say about the loss? I know he said he had a flu or
He had
something.
a flu, which
but he said pay did factor into it.
Yes. So he apparently only had $2,000 in the bank account in December, and that would last him until February, right? So he's like, I had to take the fight. He says he doesn't blame the UFC for how much money he's getting, how much money he's making. He's making good money, but he invests his money on his farm and equipment and all that stuff. So, but that was a factor.
I think Bryce Mitchell was ranked, 7 in the world at the time before he lost?
Probably, yeah. He was top 10.
So just so you guys know, number 7, 145 on the planet has $2,000 in his bank account. Again, this goes back to, I don't think UFC is as big as we think. Name another athlete who's the 7th best in any position in the NBA, soccer, NFL, MLB. You're the 7th best in the world, and you have $2,000 in your account. Go. So
he did say that he did buy a lot of stuff to, invest in the farm and all that stuff. So maybe but either way, he should still have a lot of money in the bank account.
Let's say you put $100,000 into the farm.
He should still have a lot of money in the bank account.
You're the 7th best 145er in the world.
Yeah, you shouldn't have $2,000
in the biggest organization, and you can't buy some hay for your horses.
Oh gosh. So, anyways, Sean O'Malley heard the interview, I guess. And wrote this.
Oh well, but remember he trolled Sugar. These young kids are savages.
And then this is what Sean O'Malley said after the interview.
Fucking these guys, man. These young kids. Scroll up. Let me read what Bryce said. So honestly, I had a couple $1,000 in my bank account. They told me if you don't take this fight, we're not finding you one until February. We're booked. So it's like you can live off a couple $1,000 in your bank, or you can fight December 10th. If not, fuck off until February. So I said, you know what? I don't want to live off a couple $1,000 till February. I would have made it. I could have scraped by, and maybe I should have. But at the time, I thought I'd win the fight. I thought I was going to go in there with the flu to kick somebody's ass anyway, and that just wasn't the case. I was not capable of kicking ass that night. And then Sugar put, damn, B, hit me up. I could have spotted you 20. Jesus.
Next time.
These savages.
I know.
Yeah, fighting with the flu is a bad idea, especially at this level.
Oh
It takes everything.
Yeah.
Even at full capacity, that's a tough fight, dude.
Yeah, anyone who's had the flu knows it's devastating.
Anyone
on
who's
your
had the
body.
flu, you mean everybody, Jen.
I know. Anyone, but when you're
Anybody who's
actually
had a
going
runny
through
nose
it,
can relate. What?
when you're actually going through the flu,
Oh,
you
nothing
can't even even if you
Your
stand
body.
up. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you feel weak. Yeah,
Imagine doing 3 5-minute rounds
Nope.
against Taporia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
So Jose Aldo, he's going to be boxing in a pro debut on February 10th.
It's not the only thing he's doing. He's going to have to. Did you see the recent allegations?
Yeah, I have it for Fight on the Kid, but we'll talk
Might as
about
well.
it.
Yeah, there's recent allegations that his wife was taking money, right?
Oh wait, I didn't see that part. No, I didn't see that part.
Oh, what'd you have for fighting the kid?
Brazil, the president.
Yeah, who's a far right guy, was staying at his house. He's no
yeah,
longer the
yeah.
president there, right?
Yeah, so it's just like the January 6th thing with the Trump stuff. So the people were against him not being reelected, so they started,
Uprising?
going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that Brazil's having problems right now. And then he let him stay at his house.
Yep, in Florida.
And then his wife was saying that the extreme leftists came after him, like making up these headlines saying she was stealing money. I was like, when I read the headline, like, Jesus Christ, you look into it? She's still like, well, if it's true, like $200.
But stole?
This is a story. Well, they said it was like for a COVID-19 relief program or whatever, for those PPO, things. I don't know. It sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't hear that stuff. All right. This is someone sent this in. I don't know what it is, but I'll just show you a quick clip. You know how we've been seeing a lot of stuff that goes on in Russia, like before the fight, they
Yeah.
just start fighting.
Yep.
So this is one of the videos. I don't know if we can play it, but we'll see. So
They seem
they're
cool
saying what's up. Yeah,
afterwards.
hardcore
He
slap.
slapped the piss
Yeah.
out of him. That's better than a Will Smith slap.
Yeah, so the title here, this is the Fight
Korean Will
Mafia.
Smith. Will Smith
Korean Will
wishes
Smith,
he could
yeah.
hit like that. Jesus Christ.
But the guy took it like no,
Dana
man,
says,
it's all good.
hold my senior frog margarita. Check this out. Goosh.
This is also a post. This is Terrence McKinney posting it, but let's see here.
I'm going to have to revoke Derek Lewis's credentials to the Thicccboy Club. He keeps losing weight.
So it looks like he's super lean, and
He
people are
looks
thinking,
good,
yeah,
man. Yeah. Well, he's at the crossroads of his career, right? He's lost a few. Cardio could be an issue. That could just be a really good angle. Sometimes people take pictures of me. I'm like, God damn, am I Jared Leto? But then in real life, like, oh, you're still big.
And this picture is also kind of like a little, not the best resolution.
No, yeah,
so I
something's
don't know.
going on there.
Yeah,
But I'm sure he's good.
yeah. Let's go. So this is just Li Jingliang calling out opponents, and he goes,
But hey, Tony, I'm bored now. It's too hot in Florida. Let's party. Me and you have unfinished business. Let's dance in March. Quit saying party and dance. Are you ready? Let's go, champ.
I don't even know if he's actually writing this stuff, and then he calls out all these people here.
Hey, all you are also invited to the party. If you want to come, let's dance.
Tim Means, Nico Price,
Yep.
Brian Barberino.
Barberino's the fun. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Moreno, that'd be fun. Dos Anjos, Tony Ferguson in March. I can make barbecue for y'all.
And he's
I don't
barbecuing.
think he's tweeting that.
Yeah, I don't think he could speak. That.
Also, why does he have jeans on and a rash guard? Oh, barbecue's fucking lit though. Look at that thing.
That does look dope.
Oh, Chin, I went to this coffee place in Vegas, and they based it off 1940 Japan. It was so dope.
A coffee place based off of 1940 Japan.
Yeah. It was so sick. So dope. I just chilled there every day. Me and my brother just chilled there all
And the
day.
coffee was nice.
That nice food, everything's nice.
All right, so this was kind of making the rounds here. This is Hamzat posting a picture of himself, and he just looks super jacked.
Maybe he's getting ready for middleweight, or maybe he's getting ready to fight Alex Pierre because of our bet at light heavyweight.
Yeah, potentially.
Fucking want to fight that guy. Nobody wants to fight him. He's terrifying. Look at him.
Yeah, he does look super
Black and white
huge.
also makes you look, shows like the striads and your muscle and stuff like that, but still he's jacked either way.
Yeah.
That beard scares shit too. I don't know who the fuck's gonna beat him.
All right. Just a couple more. Your boy, Satoshi Ishii. It just popped up. It just popped up recently. He's
Holy
jacked.
shit.
Yeah. And I guess he's boxing now.
Really?
Yeah.
He's never been known to be a boxer.
No.
For you, those of you
But he's
that don't
looking
know, wow, he looked
jacked.
fantastic.
Yeah.
What if he's still with the same girl? When I was training with him, he had this just straight white girl with red hair. Red hair, white girl.
Did she speak Japanese? Or
No, sir.
That's
and it was
hilarious.
complicated. It was fantastic. He's such a good dude. That's right. He's Team Crow Cop.
So see, last night I had another boxing match. It was a majority draw. Another step in my career, which is going to help me grow as a fighter.
Weird when your background's judo.
I know.
You go into boxing. He's never known for striking ever.
Yeah, but he's
His left hooks and right hooks were nightmares, but he was never his thing. Speaking of fighting, how about our boy George's? You went to the
Yes.
Bring that up. How about you went to the fights at the Commerce City Casino?
fights.
Our boy George. So, Keto George, you guys know him from King of the Sting. Lost all the weight. There he is. There with his stomach melting. Hey
man,
what?
it's not melting. But
Yeah,
okay,
no,
I know what you're saying.
No,
Okay,
it's a positive thing. It's
Yeah.
don't put him next to Ishii right now.
I know.
Jesus Christ,
It's just
dude,
on there.
What are you doing? But
yeah.
Keto George lost his fight via submission to a guillotine, and then Tall George beat the shit out of his guy.
So okay, I was there, and Keto George, I'll tell you now, I've never seen him look the way he looked. He was just like determined. Even when he was walking by, I was like, "Hey, George," because I was luckily in a row where they walked by next to me.
Yeah.
He was just like, gave me a wink. It's all business, and dude, he was so legit, like a real fighter.
Yeah, I'm so proud of him.
The entire time, dude. He was amazing.
I talked to him
dude.
afterwards because unfortunately I couldn't be there. Sorry with Alta and Rich Chow, but I couldn't be there. I wanted to. I sent them videos and just talked to him a little bit the day of the fight. But I told George before they went, I said, listen, I don't care if you guys win or lose. You get knocked out in 3 seconds. What you're doing, 99.9% of the
So
world
ballsy.
has never done or never will even attempt to do. So you guys even getting in there, you've won, man.
Yeah.
Like this isn't about win or lose or how you guys look. It's just about going through the process and experiencing it. Like you're going to be better for this. But Tall George, yeah, did work.
We knew he was gonna win. He comes from such an athletic family.
Yeah, his brother plays for my shitty Broncos, but he's a highlight of the year.
But yeah, George was doing. Tall George doing work.
Yeah,
And I met Rich Chow. Such a cool dude, man. Dude,
great guy,
yeah,
right?
Love that guy.
Rich is my guy. We'll post something for the boys though. And then I sent George Cash App some moolah. I said, I need you and George to go out tonight, have a nice dinner and some drinks, man.
That's
You guys
beautiful.
earned it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm proud of those boys.
Yeah.
I mean, now Tall George in just a Crow Cop outfit,
Yeah,
which is
Croatian sensation.
which is offensive, but that's fine. No, he's Croatian.
that's Croatian.
He's Croatian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dope.
When we first brought him in for an interview, he's like, "Yeah, first time I saw you was when you were fighting Crow Cop, man." I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah."
probably hated it.
Fucked up. But yeah, shout out to those guys. Is that it?
That's it, man.
You have a fight night at the Apex Center, 4 p.m. Vegas, Saturday. You have Kevin Gaslam and Imavov. Dan Ige's fighting Damon Jackson. It's a fun co-main event. Vieira Penton's a good one. Umar Nurmagomedov's fighting. Rasak's fighting. Yeah, the card's not going to blow your fucking hair back. You think Dana shows up? I'll answer that. No.
You know what's crazy about Dana though? So he does the Fuck It Friday video. I don't know if you know that. So
They definitely didn't take that from me marketing. Remember when he was just firing people and he was like cutting guys? I was like, yo, Dana woke up, was like, fuck it Wednesday. Some of his marketing then on that Friday was like, hey, marketing, let's call it Fuck It Fridays. And he's like, that's a brilliant idea.
yeah. So I thought for sure he wouldn't do it after this whole controversy, but he once again did it.
You have to go back to work. If you're him, you got to stay the path.
Yeah.
Like if you go quiet, it's a little weird.
Which I agree with. Yeah, don't go quiet.
No, because if he issued an apology and to him, like that's good enough in his head. You can't go missing MIA, miss the fights. Like the big pay-per-view in January, he has to show up at like business as usual.
Yep.
Like, well, what can you do? I don't know. I bet he'll have his wife at the fight and shit. Check her out. She's there. She's cool. She's hip. She's cool.
Yeah.
It's all marketing. Is that it, brother?
That's it.
All right, kids. Next time I'm on the road, Tampa's next week, next Friday and Saturday only. So that is January 20th, 21st. I'm in Tampa Bay, Florida. So bring your old school rookie year Steve Young jerseys. Mike Allstott, one of my favorite players to ever do it. Get out that Tom Brady, dust off them Tom Brady jerseys, and get your ass to the Tampa Improv only Friday and Saturday. And then Springfield, Missouri, February 3rd through the 4th. Naples, Florida is February 16th through the 18th. Bakersfield, California, February 23rd, one show only. Brea, California, right now I'm just promoting March 4th. So that is one night only in Brea, California, March 4th. Get your tickets right now at fatkz.com or thiccboy.com. Thiccboy.com, you can get all your merch. We have a sale going right now. We have a new drop coming as well. We have new tour merch. You can only get in person. I'll blast that out on my social media for you guys so you can see it. You can get that in person. If you want that award-winning Sweet Thick Nectar, we're on batch number 3, baby. Get you some right now. Get it delivered to your crib at thiccboy.com, all right? And we cover, I think we take $5 off shipping. Get you some. All right, kids, love you. Be safe out there. 2023 is coming in hot and hard, but we can turn this thing around. Hopefully all the bad news is over and the rest of the year is going to be fantastic, all right? Love you guys. Be safe out there. Till next time. I'm out.
If you're into Thick Boys, like, subscribe, comment, and God bless America. Well, that's not my big one. Just kidding.